Welcome to the Chat and Chill. If you are just now joining us, of course you're streaming on YouTube. We need you to hit that like button, subscribe, hit the notification button. And by the end of this episode, we need you to share us with your family, your friends, your neighbors, your enemies. So I'm your girl, Miss Ebony.
I'm your girl, Tisha.
And I'm your girl, Special K.
So, ladies, let's tell everyone, because, tonight we probably have tonight or this morning or this afternoon, we probably have a few newcomers. Let's tell them what Chat and Chew is all about.
Well, Chat and Chew is a place where tasteful conversations happen.
And we share our experiences of travel, entertainment, leisure, etc.
And we share the good, the bad, and the real ugly. So let's check out this place that we just visited in Richmond, Virginia. Check this out.
All right, ladies. So let's get the review started. One more time for the people. Where did you go?
We went to. Okay, go ahead.
We went to a restaurant in Richmond, Virginia called the Pig Brew. Keisha, tell them that Keisha's really good with remembering the address. We go. That's because she's usually the driver,
Right. I got a GPS, everything. It was off of Hull Street, 1313 Hull Street.
Okay. All right. So first things first. Exterior, walk up, parking lot. What did you think?
I'll let you start, Keisha, with the parking.
Well, we were fortunate enough to be able to pull up right in front of the door and park, right? And we weren't sure if we could park there. Now, Richmond is, they're real funny with their parking, but we went on a Sunday and it was during football time. So the street and everything was kind of empty. It was real quiet. I don't know if I really saw like a parking garage or anything around, or even really too many parking lots. So you might have to have a little hike if you can't park right there, in that area, because you're gonna have to park a little ways.
Yeah, good stuff. That definitely we want to tell you all. You definitely have to be a good parallel parker, because she's right. All the parking is side street parking. We didn't see a garage. In fact, when we left, we drove down and even did a U-turn to come back up.
Yeah, to see if we missed it. Yeah.
So for all our stiletto words, like girl Tisha, you may have to. It may be a little walk, depending on where you park. But we were fortunate enough to be able to park right there in front of the building. And it's so funny because when we pulled up, it took us a while to leave the vehicle because we wanted to make sure, hey, why is no one parked right here? It was almost like we had VIP, honestly.
Right. So the outside of the building, decor, what was that like?
I remember when we pulled up, there were two gentlemen. Keisha, I don't remember if you remember that, but there's a table, I think just one particular table outside of the building. And so there is one table outside the building. The building was really, it was pretty. I think they were brick buildings, but surrounding the restaurant was a lot of art, a lot of graffiti and beautiful graffiti. If you all saw that in the video, that's why we made sure we added that footage, because that is something that you may want to take a picture of, take a picture with, but there is some different graffiti up along that street.
Right.
And we actually did stop. So that was just one sign, but it was a sign of a nail or hair salon, something like that, that the girls got out and took pictures or whatever, and they had the artist name there, everything. The person, they're like further down, they had other buildings that had graffiti and stuff, but like really nice,
beautiful,
really nice art. Yeah.
Okay. So I forgot to ask this first, but we know that Richmond, especially that part, Whole Street, Broad, like tons of restaurants. So why did you choose this one out of all of them?
So my baby girl, shout out to Neek Neek, who is a student at BCU. She actually wanted to go there for her birthday, but when we went to go book reservation on a Saturday, they were completely booked. Okay, and so I asked her, like, why here? And so she wanted to go. It's Black owned. It's Black owned, and it's a popular restaurant. She said she had heard great things about it. It's really hard to get in on a Friday or a Saturday. So we were fortunate enough to be able to get in on a Sunday. And it wasn't too late in the Sunday. It probably was around lunchtime that we had went. And so that's what made us choose why we chose the Pig Brew.
So so they do have reservations.
Yes.
And your suggestion is if it's like a Friday, Saturday, it's best to book in advance.
Yes, and not the day of. Now we gotta say the restaurant isn't that big.
It's not. So if it's a big party, it's not going to hold a big party at all.
Good, yeah. And that's another thing for her birthday. I think we had a party of 12. I would not suggest that as a place for a party of 12. You probably will be taking over the entire building. It is a small facility. However, we suggest, yes, definitely booking in advance. If you go to their website, they even have where you can click for online reservations.
Cool. So we touched a little bit on the inside, but let's go all the way in. So what does the inside look like?
Keisha, I'll let you start.
Not a whole lot of decor or whatever in it. But it was enough for that area. You know what I mean? Like I didn't expect, being where they were located, I didn't expect a whole lot of, fancy decor and this and that. But, like I said, it was enough for the area. In the bar area, as y'all can see in one of the photos, that was a nice area. And we actually, because we were 7 of us maybe. Yeah. So the tables, if you're going to sit together, you probably could do no more than like 4.
Yeah.
In tables of 4. And people, the way they were kind of spread out, we wouldn't have even been able to do like 2 side by side. So the bar was totally open and we ended up sitting at the bar.
Yeah. All right. Keep in mind, it is a barbecue spot. So I felt like for it being a barbecue spot, that the decor was fine. You know what I mean? It isn't fancy. So I'm glad that you asked that, Tisha, because this is definitely a spot that I would not show up there. First of all, you're eating barbecue food, but I would not show up there in like my bedazzled dress. And, I say jeans and a cute top.
Real laid back. Yeah.
Real laid back.
Right. So you talked about the bar. Was there happy hour? Any specials, drink specials, any? Appetizers? What's up?
Yes. So as soon as we got to the bar, I wish I would have known the gentleman's name. In fact, he gave me the vibe of either he's the manager or he's the owner, but we didn't find out. But
and he was a young guy, surprisingly. He was a young guy. And he was real informative. He was
very informative. The first thing he did, and I like this, was he showed us the happy hour menu, so we knew that they had cocktail specials. And I like that because some people want you to pay that regular price.
Right.
They don't need to take that little special.
Right.
So yeah.
All right. So you talked about that one interaction, but we're big on customer service. So
yes, we are.
Hostesses, waiter, waitress, how was that?
Well, there wasn't a hostess.
Okay.
It wasn't, was it? I felt like as soon as we came in, I felt like the guy at the bar was like, sit anywhere. You
want like literally, as soon as you walk in, it was like, hey, how y'all doing? We were like, good. And we looking around. It was like, is the bar open? He was like, yeah, come on, sit down. So we sat at the bar area with him. And of course, the bartender was our servant. Ended up being our server. Yeah, because we sat at the bar. He started off taking out orders and stuff, and then he ended up leaving. And we had a young lady fill in. He was great. We really didn't want him to go. We really didn't. He was really, really good. The young lady that came and filled in, she was good as well. She was. She didn't keep that same energy all the way throughout. So we didn't eat all of our food, right? So we were packing up, we got like all this food in front of us. So, anybody, I'm thinking naturally you'd be like,
eat a box.
Would you like a right? So we had to ask her for the box. So the box that came, then we had side items. So we had to ask her for the container. The container was like your Chinese food, your Chinese like a gravy, that small, kind of container. I got baked beans, I got macaroni, I got collard greens. You gave me this. So we was like, can we get another, container to put? So we didn't want to keep asking her. So we just kind of like mixed what we could, in one container or whatever. So Ebony and I, of course, like neither one of us wanted to say anything. So for me, I was like, look, that same energy that she started off with, I'm gonna need her to keep that until I leave. Because I ain't cashed out yet and I ain't getting no tip. And I'm subtracting. So the little baby girl that was beside me, I guess, had peeped out, because we in there taking our little pictures or whatever. So she kind of like slid down off the thing. And I saw her go over to the side. And I didn't pay any attention to their interaction until the young lady came back. And she was night and day. Do y'all need anything else? And I told Evan, I said, she said something. She said something to her. We had to ask for a bag. We had to ask for this. And I'm like, and so Ebony was like, what if you just give me everything at one time or whatever? Asking, I'm like, yes, like, why are we asking you? You should be asking. I'm like, I'm not gonna let you throw this in the trash. So why aren't you asking me? Would you like a container for, your so and so and so? But you could tell that she was getting bothered by having to go back and forth. And I told Ebony, I said, the same way she getting tired of me asking her, I'm getting tired of asking her. You know what I mean?
So was it busy or
no?
I was trying.
So no. It was busy. However, her section for what she was in charge
wasn't.
Right.
She wasn't, because we had taken the bar. You know what I mean?
We would have taken that in consideration if she was busy. We would have been like, okay, maybe she's getting a little overwhelmed. But she really only had to serve us at the bar and maybe two others at the other end. You know what I mean?
And they didn't even come in till we were packing up. Yeah. To get ready to go. So it's not even like she was still handling all of us. You know what I mean? At one time. We should have still been, her main focus or what have you. But, she redeemed herself. She got it together. I left her $2 on her tip. She got it together.
You left more than $2.
Listen, do not tip. Like, we're good tippers. Don't
The same way I add, I can subtract. Look.
You might have subtracted $2, but you did not just leave.
No, I end up giving her all. Because I appreciated her. You know what I'm saying? Kind of getting herself together, whatever. So I gave her a pass,
Okay, so you were rattling off what was on your plate. I heard mac and cheese.
Right. You hadn't even asked us what we ate yet. So
what did you eat?
So I'll start off. So when we got there, I will say this for all of our viewers. We definitely showed up hungry, okay? So and then, we were so excited because, of course, Dominic hey, this restaurant's so popular. Right. And so the first thing we started off was with the appetizer of, they had tacos. Okay. You could get pulled pork. I'm going to say your options. You could get pulled pork, pulled chicken, or brisket. Mm-hmm. We had already figured out that we probably were going to get the pulled pork and pulled chicken in our meal. Right. And so we did get the brisket taco. So I'll start out first. It had a very good taste. However, one of the things I would say that I was a little disappointed in was the brisket was very fatty. Yeah. Now I'm used to eating the fatty brisket, but not in my taco. I wanted more of a meat, in my taco than the fat. But it did have a good flavor.
Okay.
I thought the same thing as far as that brisket, that being that it was just, a small taco, that it would be having us more meat. You know what I mean? Like if I had gotten it on my plate, like she said, you used to them giving you half meat, half fat. You know what I mean? But on the, so we spent, so the brisket was good, but I felt like we were pulling out a lot of, so we didn't get the whole taco, you know what I'm saying? Because and we already sharing it.
No, we got our own taco. I had my taco. You had
yeah, we did with the taco.
So tell them what we got for the entree. We did decide to share the entree because we saw they had the option of the pick 3. What was the name of it again? The
meat trio.
Yes,
I think it was. So they give you like 4 or 5 different options or what have you. And we got ribs, we got pulled chicken and pulled pork.
Okay.
The pulled chicken and the pulled pork, it comes as sandwiches.
Yeah.
Already on a bun. We were like, whoa, whoa, yeah, we're gonna split that. Yeah. So we had ribs and then 2 sandwiches. The restaurant itself, price wise, is kind of they do have some stuff on your lower end, like as you saw in the picture. Somebody, probably one of our kids, had cheeseburger and french fries. And I don't think that costs, as much. Right. But that meat trio, without any side items, just 3 meats was like $36.
Yeah.
Then when you add 2 side items, we were looking at like $41. Okay. And everything is extra. So if you want ranch, there's a charge for that. If you want different kind of sauces, there's a charge for, each sauce or what have you. But we got, for our side items, mac and cheese, collard greens, and baked beans. And I'll let you give your opinion on the sides.
Oh, and coleslaw.
And coleslaw. It comes with 2, and it does not automatically come with coleslaw. Like, how you have pull anything, get people
right.
Coleslaw.
Yeah. I would have to say that I enjoyed all of it. My least favorite was the pulled pork. Okay. And if you saw that picture, which I'm sure you did, if you watched close in the video, I know what you all are thinking, like, "Ooh, that is definitely a smoked rib." However, it did not have a burnt taste.
No, it
had
didn't.
A smoked taste. It was very good. It didn't even come with a lot of barbecue, but it was really, really good. The side items was good. Their macaroni and cheese was almost like a smoked macaroni. Their macaroni
everything actually had like a smoke taste. Yeah, it really did.
Right,
it did
all the way around.
Yeah.
Their collards, I believe, had some. Did it have meat in it? Turkey?
Yes, their meat was turkey. Their seasoning meat is turkey. Yeah, it's smoked turkey, no pork, so that was good. Yeah.
The baked beans had some brisket in it. The food was good. It was very filling, and even with us splitting that trio, like Keisha said, we still ended up taking it home.
Yes,
we couldn't even finish it. I think they really did a good job with making sure to include the bread, because everyone knows bread is very filling anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely enjoyed the food. Yeah.
Okay, so we got to dig in deep on a couple of things. Okay, so you mentioned collard greens. Now, did the collard greens taste like somebody's grandma was in the back cooking?
It did. I think it did. I did not think it tasted like a can at all. Because I'm gonna tell you, we all know you could do can, throw a little meat in there, and I'm like, no, that's not fresh, boo. That's can with some meat in it. But yeah, they tasted fresh. Yep.
Yeah. But listen, before we go any further, we got to jump straight into a quick commercial break. Shout out to the Friendship Lottery, who we're going to tell you a whole lot more about them. But they have a dope thing that's coming up. And what's so exciting about them is when you watch this commercial, you're going to hear from their youth director and their youth ambassador. Stay tuned.
Well, the youth director of the Friendship Lottery.
And I'm Lyric, the youth ambassador.
And we're kicking off our first Save Our Boys, Save Our Girls Missing Program kickoff event. We're teaming up with the Heart of the Youth, and we'll be donating 150 care packages to the homeless community and giving them away on December 23rd at the Port Oak State Center in Newport News.
Like we said, 150 care packages is our goal. And that task is simple. All you need to do is donate $20. $20 equals 1 care package. That can be donated via Cash App, Zelle, or you can go online to our website that can be posted on the flyer for more information.
We're excited about this give back, and what better time to give back during Christmas and the holidays. So please, if you find it in your heart to be a blessing, you can do that by donating a $20 donation, which equals 1 care package.
So be a blessing this holiday season, and let's give back to our community. Thank you.
Shout out again to the Friendship Lottery. That is a nonprofit organization here in Newport News in the 757 location. Again, we will drop that flyer in the Chat and Chew Facebook group. If you are not following us in Facebook, please get over to Facebook as well. Go to the search bar and type Chat and Chew. We will pop up. We are a public group. Go ahead and add yourself to that group so you can find out everything we got going on with Chat and Chew, and especially in our community. And again, we are partnering, Chat and Chew. We are partnering with Friendship Lottery. So we need all of our viewers and followers to go ahead and participate with donating that $20 for that care package.
Absolutely.
Yes. All right. So
let's get back into it. Go ahead.
Okay, back into it. So now you mentioned that for the 3-meat trio, for the trio, 3 and trio. Okay. That it was like what, $36?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, with 2 side items added, it's about $40.
Okay.
Right.
But for the price point, do you think there was enough food for that $36 outside of the sides for just the 3 meats? Do you think it was worth the $36?
I do. I'll start first. I definitely think it was worth the money. I definitely felt like it was a homemade, everything homemade, everything authentic. I did not feel I didn't feel like I was eating processed food at all. You know what I mean? I felt like it was one of those things where it was so good. I really felt like in order for them to cook that meat, they probably started 5 o'clock, 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
In the morning, you know what I mean? Like
Saturday.
I do not believe. I do not believe in spending like my whole check on no meal, because once you eat it, it's gone. So I'm glad you asked. Yes, for me personally, I definitely felt like it was worth the money. And at first, I was like, how do you break the sides up, right? But hey, we know that Lent comes around. We know that the people doing the Atkins diet, everybody don't. I like that they gave you the option, because for $36 you could just do meat, or $4 more you could add your sides. You know what I mean? And then they gave you that bread. It's like, so for me, what you think, Keisha?
I thought it was as well. When we first ordered before it came out, we both was like, ugh, like, like, it's a little pricey, But then after we got it, and I'm gonna tell you too, I think the conversation that we had and the atmosphere and everything with our original waiter, and even when the young lady came, she was very, she was very nice or what have you. And I thought about how much we spend when we go to more your chain restaurants like a Smoky Bones or a Smoke, and we pay like almost $30 for, you know what I mean? And the food isn't as good, you know what I mean? So this is a small, I don't want to say, it's not a mom and pop thing. I don't think it's something like that, you know what I mean? But it's not one of those big restaurants where they maybe even have the same buying power, purchasing power when it comes to their food and stuff, And like she said, I did feel like they were really in the back. Like somebody made the macaroni, the big, like this wasn't ordered in from, whoever, McLean or somebody, and we just popping stuff, you know what I mean, in the oven. And then I took into consideration they were Black owned. You know what I mean? They were Black owned. It was so, I did. I would go again and and spend that. And like I said, everything wasn't as pricey. You know what I mean? Because the kids got something cheaper, and they got the cheeseburger and fry. You know what I mean?
It was like $12. It was like $12. That's your going price. But I do want to point this out. All we were missing was like the cookout music. Right. Of that Southern cookout type style, but you're just inside. You know what I mean?
Did anybody get dessert?
No. No. I guess we should have ordered some just for this sake. For you know what I mean? But I don't even remember. Okay, so go back and look at the video and pause it and look at the menu and see what the dessert options are. Because I don't even think I did it. We're so full. We didn't want to see nothing. We didn't want to.
We're going to have to start going out and ordering dessert first, because you can't take your food home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie, I was so happy that Keisha was the driver, because I know I was sitting there full of the thing, like I was like, yo, we are in Richmond and we are dropped at 757. And I was full. You know what I mean? Yeah. Shout out to that bartender for them drinks too. Let's talk about that part. Okay. We talked about the price, but the drinks were quality. It was good. They were very welcoming. Everybody didn't have a drink. We had underage people sitting at the bar, but they gave them the same love with their social. You know what I mean? So.
All right. So the big ask.
Right.
What
Keisha, you go first. Your score and why?
I gave them, I almost really did want to give them an A, you know what I mean? But I feel like an A to me is like really just about like perfect, you know what I mean? Like I don't want to, so like an A to me is you know, there's no comeback where you're gonna have to redeem yourself. You know what I mean? Like I probably would have really been closer to an A if like baby girl had really just kept it for me all the way out so I signed my bill. You know what I mean? But I really did enjoy, everything. So I gave it a B. I would actually maybe give it a B plus. Actually, yeah, it was really
steal
good.
Mine. Yeah. So. That is my score. I give it a B plus, and like he said, not to piggyback, but I do want to put emphasis on that because we are a group of individuals and women, and I'm sure not just us, but even you that's watching, that we are big on hospitality, right? And so this review would have seriously been an A across the board if the hospitality would have remained the same. So for those of you that are in customer service or you are in hospitality, it is so important, like Keisha said, she said it at that bar, the same energy from the time we go through the door to the time we leave, and we understand you may get frustrated, you may be overworked, whatever. Go in the bathroom, go in the back.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Been there, done that. Turn your head and roll your eyes.
To see that. And something else I want to point out is we end up wrapping it up because we were a little turned off, you know what I mean? To the point where I probably could have stayed there a little longer and I might even made it to dessert. Let's say that.
Right.
But once she gave off that energy, I was like, you know what? We probably should just get to go boxes and go because between myself and Keisha, we about not to be role models for our children. You know what I mean? So I give it a B plus. And I'm gonna tell you something else. So it was that, and then for me, A is like perfect all the way around. They can't help their location,
right?
But with the parking, I couldn't give it an A either. You know what I mean? Because there wasn't ample parking. So I give it a B plus, which is still good. You got a good grade, and I would definitely go back again.
Well, you've heard it. Another successful review.
I'm really anxious to like get to an A for somebody. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, I'm glad that we haven't gotten any F's. I don't know if we're gonna eat that food, y'all. We might just
because we want you all to keep in mind that we are not eating for free. Okay, when we do these reviews, we are taking money out of our own pockets, and so I am not looking forward to that F, but we're gonna keep it all the way 100 with y'all when we get to it. Okay,
so I'm not even thinking so much about my money and stuff, but my stomach, I'm not. I'm not. Yeah.
So Keisha, wouldn't you agree? It's a good spot for like if you want to go by yourself, if you want to go with a couple of people. I would suggest another thing I want to put out there is I would suggest going in the daytime because you don't want to be walking up and down Hall Street if you're not from the area at night by yourself or with one or two people, And
you definitely still can, like, I know we said it's small, but you definitely still can use it as a meetup. You know what I mean? So maybe if it's like 6 of y'all, but maybe not like 10 or 12 of y'all because you might just can't sit together. You know what I mean?
Right. I would not suggest. See, we give y'all all of it. I would not suggest that for a first date. Nothing against the restaurant, but it's barbecue, so you don't want to be in there, with your fingers all in your mouth, sucking on pulling the rib out your mouth, ladies. We looking out for y'all.
And we gonna be close enough that I'm gonna hear your conversation, and I'll be listening. I'm like, girl, they on the first date. I don't think they know each other like that. I'll be listening.
Check out the Pig Brew in Richmond, Virginia on Hall Street. Shout out to the owners. In fact, we'll probably take this video and send it to them, so you know what they need to work on, what they do.
Don't.
Huh?
You gonna get that girl fired.
We ain't gonna name her name. And if she get fired, this ain't the first time it happened. Because we ain't say nothing about her.
That part. But yeah, Tisha, we're gonna have to take you because Tisha is an entrepreneur, and so her and husband have a business together, and so she wasn't able to go with us that Sunday.
Right.
But yeah, we're gonna have to go back. And Tisha, we're not doing another review. We're just gonna take you to go eat. All right, so listen, we're gonna jump into the next segment, which we really look forward to, right? But before we do, we're gonna jump into one more commercial break. And for this commercial break is the upcoming events. We know that November is the month of Thanksgiving. It's the month of giving. It's the month of being thankful. So look, check these different upcoming Thanksgiving giveaways and stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back. And if you didn't get an opportunity to catch those dates or the details of the information of these Thanksgiving giveaways, we will drop these flyers again in the Facebook group. So that's why it's so important to not only be following us on YouTube, but to be a part of our Facebook community. So let's get into it. What you got for us today, Miss Tisha? What's the topic for today?
So the topic for today is
oh goodness.
Worst day.
Who started? We need to pick a number.
I went first last time. Look.
I'll go first.
Okay.
I'll go first. Get mine on out. I'll go first.
Get it up.
So y'all know my biggie, my pet peeve is height. Yes, it's height. It's height. I'm a work in progress. I'm not working real hard on that, but you know, it is what it is. It's height.
Hold
right?
on, before you go to height, tell the people how tall you are.
I'm 5'9". I'm 5'9".
5'8.5", but go ahead.
I'm 5'9".
Yeah, like she. Go ahead.
But that's tall for a woman. That's short for a guy. But that's good height for a woman. You know what I mean? So being that it's short for a guy, you think I would run into more guys at least that height. But no. So I had a gentleman that, you know, we met online.
Okay.
And then we ended up, before we go out in public, you know, we got too much technology not to see somebody first before we get to our place, right? So we did one of them duo WhatsApp or something other to see each other. Make sure we ain't being catfish, right? So he told me his height is like 5'7". I'm like, bruh, like, okay, you friend zone, but we gonna go.
But you decided you were still gonna go on a date with him.
Even though
we gonna still go out. Huh?
Even though that was your pet peeve.
Yes. Because we had good conversation. You know what I'm saying? We had good or whatever. So I mean, you can go out with your friend. He wasn't gonna be my man, but I'm comfortable with going out with somebody shorter than me as long as I know this not that kind of, you know what I'm saying? So we went out and what have you. And we went to the movies. I don't know if it was his birthday or not. Birthday girl. I think it might have been his birthday. So I was like, hey, let's go to the movie. I couldn't say what we were to go see. But so I seen him. We got out or whatever. So I didn't want to like look too hard to see like what we really look like. Him beside me. So I couldn't get a good glance because he kept looking at me. And I'm like, bruh, like, stop looking at me so I can look at you and see what. So we walk on in or whatever. We went to AMC. I know I love my AMC because the seats are fine, right? We're going to the movie, whatever. We didn't get any popcorn or anything.
Wait.
Oh, goodness.
Wait, hold on. Did he recline his chair?
I'm going to get to that. I'm going to get to that.
Tisha, you trying to figure out what date this is. Look at you.
I'm going to get to that. So we go in or whatever. We got there really early, right? So before the previews and anything come on. So we sitting there talking. We have a good conversation. We laughing, you know, cutting it up. So then the movie starts. So previews come on, people still, coming in. I didn't even pay any attention at first, but I think it was, when the movie girl to come on, so you kind of sit back in your chair, right? So we sitting back in our chair, and I just so happened to look. And when I saw bruh feet dangling, swinging, bruh, no, you are not gonna do this to me. No.
Hold on. Pause.
No.
Hold on. So everybody, if anybody know Miss Monique or Keisha, okay, Miss Cash,
that's right.
Sorry. You already know. So like, yes, she is a movie head. So I know you went to the concession stands first because Keisha got stocks with AMC. So she like,
no, I didn't. It was in the evening or whatever. It was one of the later movies, so I didn't. Okay. We just went on in.
The point I was making was you didn't notice this man height standing in line?
No, I was trying to see while we was walking in, right?
But he kept looking at you.
Yes. And he said 5'7", so I knew he was going to be shorter, but I didn't bruh, you can't sit back in your chair, your feet touch. And people were steady coming in. And why y'all get seats right here? All these seats in this theater. Why did y'all sit on this row?
So what did you tell him? So his feet was there right there.
So I was like, you can hit that little button right there and recline your chair. I'm like, you don't have to put them dangling feet up in the air so when the people can't walk past and see you. And why are you swinging your feet? Yeah, that was the one and only. He was like, so when we gonna go out again, bruh?
Did you hug at the end of the day?
No, just get me to my car. Just get me to my car.
Okay, wait.
No.
So how old was he?
He was like my age. Because it's been a little while ago, but he was still in his 40s. Like, he a whole grown man.
Dangling?
Girl, why you swinging them though? And I probably wouldn't even have noticed if they had just been sitting there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you just... Yeah. Bro, what are you doing? No.
Be honest. Was that a distraction for you during the day?
Girl. I was sitting there
did you continue to be his friend after this date? We talking about worst date. So how did you disconnect this relationship, this friendship?
We kind of talked, here and there. And I guess he could tell that this really isn't going to be more than. So I gave him the whole, but even before then, when he told me what the height was, I had already let him know, I'm really not looking right now. I'm so busy. I was.
Was he cute? Like, when
he wasn't bad looking. He wasn't bad looking. I don't care if he was fine. Them dangling feet? No.
So look, not to take over your story, but in my single day, because I'm 5'10" and a half, he was 5'11", right?
Right.
Like, so you don't go out with them in public. You go to their house and you
that messed me up. That just messed me up all the way. Like, I felt like yo, you a grown man. I felt like it was kid mode. It's like, you swinging your feet though.
I think that's what did it for her, Tisha.
Yeah.
If he wouldn't have been swinging his feet,
he would have been cool.
You know what I'm saying? He gave her individual tendencies when he started swinging the feet. You know what I'm saying?
That just, height is really a big thing. And I'm gonna tell you, it's so big, y'all. I really do pray about it. I told my friend, I was like, because he's like 6'4". I was like, I really do pray about it. And just the thought of God being like, he gonna be, I'm be disobedient. And I'm gonna tell you what messed me up. So I have an uncle, right? It's short. His wife is like 6 feet tall. He's shorter than me.
I think she's like 6'1".
Yeah, and I will never forget as a little girl going to their house. I don't think it was their wedding. I don't know if it was a vow renewal or something other, but they were standing there, together, And I remember thinking, that is the ugliest thing I have ever seen.
But the height, not the woman.
The height of them. She here, and he it's a big difference in their height. But I was just like,
But I will say this.
That messed me up. I'm still scarred.
Yeah, but being around couples with a woman, it's tough. When you see that love, you forget all. For me, you forget all about it.
I forget how they look when I see their love. I do. I forget how they look, and I'm like, oh, look at that, so sweet. But for me,
Keisha missing out on her blessing. That's all.
I am.
I'm
I'm missing
saying.
out. And that really scares me. But I'm like, God, why you give me desire of tall men if you didn't have one out there?
All of our Christians, because one thing we will tell y'all, we are some Christian women. That the average Christian man is short. A lot of time when they real tall, they out in these streets. She gonna have to go there and sit.
They short and they in these streets. No. Not gonna get me with that. Like let me tell you, and if he taller, he gonna be closer to God. There you go, right there. I need him tall.
He's just gonna be out here unequally yoked because of a height.
Because of height.
We're not gonna be unequally heighted. That's what we're not gonna be. And then I'm not a small frame woman, bro. You can't be coming at me 5'4", 5'5". I told a friend of mine, I was like, I'm a cuddler, right? I said, so if he's short, I'm not going to be holding you. This is not how this goes because I'm the taller one. This is not how this goes. And you're not going to be holding me with your chin pressed in the middle of my back.
If you lay down.
First of all, you can arrange your height in the bed with to head. Now, your feet may not be touching.
When I cuddle, I was trying to be good. When I cuddle, I'm going to need a good spoon. So in order for us to have a good spoon, right? Like your chin is literally in the middle of my back at 5'5". Like, no, just turn over. Let me hold you. Go home. This is not working.
Lord, but you know what? Shout outs, because listen, we do not discriminate on this show. We probably got some real short guys that's watching us, and we love you. You're just not.
It is nothing against them, personality wise. Nothing. Right. They're great men. They're awesome men. They're just everybody has their preference. Right. You know what I mean? Everybody has their preference. It's just a preference thing. That's all. I was scarred as a child.
Y'all go in her DMs. Every man.
Yes. Go to Facebook. Look, Special K on Chattanooga, but on Facebook, she is Keisha Rogers.
Look, I will delete it. I will block it. I will make a new account, baby. No.
Okay, Tisha, you go next. I'm gonna go last because I went second last time.
Okay.
And again, if you're just now joining this segment, we are talking about worst dates.
Yes.
Okay. So
this ought to be good. Tisha always got good ones.
Tisha got the best stories.
Because I'm always in some mess. Okay, so but God delivered me.
Holly. Shout out to Daniel Watts. Shout out to Daniel. Shout out to the hubby.
5'8" man. Keisha.
Even that's better than that little 5'7" y'all wanted me to stay with.
But Tisha 5'5", 5'6", so she can
half. Thank you very much.
See?
Whatever. So okay, so this story is kind of like it's phases to it, but it started off. So this was my then boyfriend. So it started off. He missed my birthday. He said, and I think y'all probably already know. He said that his grandma had died, which I found out was a lie. We talked about the last show how I'm a private eye investigator.
Yes.
So he's saying, "Oh, I'm going out of town to my grandma's birthday. Funeral. I can't come to your birthday party. So I'm looking for the obituary."
Right.
Let's see the pictures.
Anyway, so when he got back in town, it was like
in town.
It was 4th of July. So I love the fireworks. I love, being out. So we had made plans to go out to Town Point Park for their 4th of July festivities. Okay. So he hands me my birthday gift, so he was like, "Sorry, I missed your birthday. Okay. Here's a little something," right? So I was like, "Okay, I ain't mad no more. All right, girl." Tell me why he gave me a card. I love cards. Like, I'm a stickler for cards. I love them. I read them, everything. And we write like a little note. I love it. Okay. But I dig into the gift bag. He gave me like He gave me a makeup light, like a light that I could hook onto my phone.
Okay. He know you like makeup. He know
you like your makeup.
Yeah, he know you like your beat.
And then he got me.
We trying to help him.
Don't.
He
got me 2 makeup brushes that you get from Walgreens. No, they were Elf, and everyone who knows the Elf brand knows that they are like right in line with like Wet n Wild.
Dollar Tree.
I was just going to say Dollar Tree. He didn't know.
And that was my birthday gift, right? So I'm like, oh.
Wait a minute. 2 makeup brushes and the light.
And the light. That was my birthday.
With no makeup.
No makeup. No makeup. You know how like you dig like in the bag, like maybe it's
and you was still digging with your long nails. You was still digging.
Ooh, nope. Oh, thank you. So I was like, it's okay because we're about to go to Town Point Park, and you know they have vendors, so he's gonna make it up to me, right? He's gonna make it up. So we go to the parking garage.
She's like, this ain't it. This is a little something. The big stuff coming.
So we go to the parking garage, and he was like, "Babe, I got it." You know, because I was about to, pull my car. He was like, "No, I got it. You know, this show day.
Okay, this show day.
He went ahead and paid for the parking. So we get out there. We find a nice spot. They had music. It was real cool. So they had like a hot dog stand, and I wanted a sausage so bad and something to drink. So he was like, okay, yeah, babe, let's go up there. I got you. No problem. Okay, so he paid. Listen, y'all.
Uh-oh.
I got like a sausage and a soda, and I think he probably got the same thing. Maybe I got chips. I don't know. But the whole thing came up to $13, right?
Okay. That was cheap. Food truck, that was cheap.
For a family, cheap, right? Mm-hmm. So he went ahead, handed his card over.
Yeah.
That lady said that card declined.
I knew it.
Hold on.
How much was the parking? How much was the parking?
$5.
Oh wow.
Why got quiet?
I know you was standing there. I know you. You a lady in the streets. So I know you was.
So I was like, because he said he was like that. He was like, something's wrong with my card,
Right, bro. They got no money on it.
So then he said, he was like, well, hold on. He said, hold on. Let me give you another one. Let me give you another one, right?
Okay.
I'm like, okay. He got another card. Girls, decline.
What did you do? Because let's keep in mind, I wasn't even there, but let's keep in mind, there's people behind y'all at this food.
Right.
There are people who are behind us. So I said, you know what? I pulled out my card. Go ahead, take that one. It went through. We went to go sit down. So as we're sitting down, I lost my appetite.
Okay.
Right.
Because I'm sitting here trying to figure out, okay, he didn't spend the money on my birthday, clearly.
Right.
The parking was $5.
Right.
How do you not have $13? Right?
And how you pull out 2 cards?
Right.
And not have. He should have told him, can you take half over here and half over there? Something. Bro.
He didn't have it. So we didn't even stay to see the fireworks because I was done. I was done.
Tisha was about to have fireworks.
Tisha was like, take me home.
I was done. And y'all know when I get mad, I get quiet. Like I get real quiet. Like, and I had absolutely no words to say. Like right there in that moment, I just saw my life going downhill. I just saw.
I didn't expect her to say.
Not her life.
Her whole life going.
Was like I just saw it all right there in that moment. So I didn't like I didn't say anything because I didn't have nothing nice to say. So I said, I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna hold it, right?
One thing we know about you, your tongue is a weapon. So I'm glad you was nice to that man.
I'm trying, right? So I saw him the next day. I still couldn't get that $13
right
off my mind. Right? I couldn't let up.
And
so,
this is for my birthday.
Right.
It's not even like this is a regular date that we.
Because we didn't have to go out there. We didn't have to go out
right.
there.
Right.
Now, my birthday is June 18th. This is July 4th.
And
you get your coins together by now? So what did you say? So this is the next day. Go ahead, girl.
So the next day I saw him and I was like, can we have a real conversation? Because, I will say this. By no means am I a gold digger. By no means am I a gold digger. However, I know what I bring to the table. So the expectation is that, matter of fact, I'm gonna be honest, you can't, what I bring to the table, you can't bring that. You gotta be above. That's just me.
Right.
I don't care whatever, but so he knows this. Like he knew this. Okay, going into this situation, right? And we were talking, big talk, going on trips and all of this stuff like that.
Hold on, can I say real quick? And one thing I will say is even though you do expect here, you are so open-minded to the point where if they communicate with you, hey, I got this going on, they're going on, but you got to communicate it. You know what I'm saying? You'll work with them if they communicate.
Because he did, supposedly come from grandma's funeral.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And we don't know, did you contribute and help the grandma funeral? Where was grandma funeral at? Gas and that, you know what I mean? But
right. So the conversation, no. This is how we got into the conversation. I forgot. This is how we got into the conversation. So the next day I saw him, I had wanted some pizza, right?
Okay.
And I kept telling him, like, I'm hungry, right? I was three.
You should have picked up something.
You saw that man 5 times. She hungry.
I was hungry, right?
She should have picked up something you're not supposed to be eating and just start chewing on it or something.
Right. So I was like, hey, did you hear me say that I was hungry? And he was like, oh, something's going on with my bank app. I'm trying to check.
Oh my goodness.
Right? So I was like, well, who you bank with? So he was like, Navy Federal. I was like, I got the app. My app working fine.
Hey, use my phone and
my phone, right? So then I was like, you don't have the money, do you? And he said no. And that's when the conversation started. I was like, what is the truth? Like, what is up with your finances? Tell me what is going on. So the situation was like, he didn't make what he told me that he made. And like Ebony said, like, I am willing, like, if you're honest with me, okay, that's cool.
Right.
Do to make this situation better, right? So I told him, listen, not only are you going to have that full-time, but you're going to have to get a part-time. I'm sorry.
Right.
Look for a better job, because at this age, there are certain things that I in life, either I get it on my own, but if we're in a partnership, both of us getting it.
Right.
So you need to get a part-time job. And he acted as if like I slapped him in the face. Like if I called him like, yes. So that situation was done. On to the next.
One thing about Miss Tisha is she will definitely end that relationship. Back deuces, okay?
Right.
Doggone girl. Okay, so you know what? Okay, my turn, right?
Well, let me ask you this. I know it's not pertaining to the date, but did he really go to his grandma's funeral? Was that at least the truth?
I told you no. So what happened, and I think y'all, so I had this big birthday dinner at the hibachi.
Oh, yeah.
Hibachi restaurant, right?
Uh-huh.
He didn't, my grandma died. I'm just so, and look, here's the thing, right? I had offered, I was like, you know what? I can come with you because this is a real bad time.
Right.
you. Oh, no. You got your birthday. Yeah. And I told you I checked the obituary. Grandma ain't dead. Dude, and he didn't want to. He couldn't pay for the. Yeah. No.
He's rich. Okay.
You said hope he watching.
So look, it's funny you said that because when I was thinking about worst dates, I was like, I hope he see this because he need to see this, right? So
and hopefully he ain't killed grandma off lying on her death.
Right.
Watch the words.
So one thing I can't say before I get into my story, Keisha, at least yours was in the beginning stage. She was just your friend. Tisha's yours, you were dating, right? Yeah. This was my man too. Okay. And like when we came up with this topic, I was trying to think of people that I want to date with that we didn't even make it to like being my man. But when I started thinking about worst date, I had to go into a whole relationship. Okay. And I'm ashamed because I stayed with him even after the worst date. Okay. So
she's stick and stay.
Let me say this. This was in my early 20s, way before my husband. For anybody think this is not my husband, okay? I'm gonna say that.
Please give the disclaimer.
Please.
Okay, so it was Valentine's Day. That right there should be enough, right?
Y'all make me happy. I do my holidays with my children.
It's a mess.
Right. So it was Valentine's Day, and this was a double date. So that's why it's so embarrassing and sickening. So
you had witnesses.
So my boyfriend at the time had this bright idea for us going on this double date. His money was always funny in this relationship.
Well, you were in your 20s. Okay.
I'm in my 20s. So he was like, "Oh, we're gonna go out." I was like, "You want to stay in?" I cut a little saying, "We're gonna go out." So I'm like, all right. And so we went out with this other couple. What's even more embarrassing is we went to Applebee's. Not because of the place, but the price point. You already know they're not expensive, right? 2 for 20. That's what we got. We got a 2 for 2. We got that 2 for 22. But anyway,
I bet y'all men know each other.
It was.
But I'm like, so he like, so it's so crazy. We sitting at the table, right? I'm texting him, like, is it okay if I get a drink?
Wait.
Know your man. Know your man. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Know what you're working with.
I want to know. At this time, like I said, listen, y'all, for you, it's my early 20s. Because you know where I was at. I'm in my early 20s. So I'm like, is like, you want to get a drink? And everybody know Applebee's got cheap drinks. He was like, baby, get what you want. Get what you want. I'm like, all right. So I'm getting drinks. He getting drinks. The whole table getting shots. So the bill comes. I mean, because besides the bill, everything else was going good. But I should have known because in the midst of me getting drinks, he get the... if y'all see a man do this,
that was the Houston.
Something right. He like this. He just like,
we about to have a problem.
And I'm looking like, everything all right? Like I'm trying to, I always watch for the signals, right? So I'm like, everything all right? You know? He like, yeah. So he steps outside. He like, I'll be right back. So and he smoked blacks, right? So he stepped outside to smoke his black.
He was trying to leave.
No. So he texts me, baby, come outside with me. Like, I'm like, I ain't my man when me come outside with him or whatever. With Valentine.
What was y'all gonna do at Applebee's outside?
Huh?
What was y'all gonna do at Applebee's outside? You so excited.
Okay, so listen, in my early 20s,
you're going outside.
I was excited
under the lights.
It wasn't a healthy relationship. This man did not spend a lot of time with me. So, you know what I'm saying? That he want me come outside with him. I'm like, hey, I'm going outside. I'm like, we're going to talk.
You just happy to have his time.
I was happy to have his time. I thought we were going to talk about what we're going to do when we leave Applebee's, because this is the end of the night. You know, I think he was going to talk about, hey, when we leave them, we're going to, you know. So I go outside. So I'm standing outside, and he like this still. While he smoke. I'm like, you know. So I'm standing out there. He ain't saying too much. He just smoking his black. So I'm going to go inside because, y'all, Valentine's is in February. Everybody knows it's cold. It's Virginia.
We're on top.
Baby, I'm gonna see you when we get back in. He like, no, wait a minute. Look, y'all. He like, wait a minute. So I'm like, what? He like, he said, so you bring somebody with you tonight?
Oh my goodness.
And so I'm like, yeah. He's like, all right, cause back up. Before he went outside, they had bought our bill.
Okay.
So he had already got a chance to see that bill. I ain't paying. It's on him. I don't care what that bill is.
Right.
Yes.
You get a little slide thing.
So he
there you go.
Well, how much you got? How much I got? I was like, well, what is the problem? You know, like this time, like, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? So he straight up, y'all, asked me on Valentine's. This is my whole boyfriend was like, if I could get him $50 outside, he want me to give it to him right out there. So let me hold 50, and I'll make sure I get back to you tonight, no more than tomorrow morning. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna get back to you. I'm like, oh Lord, I almost said his name because I had. Oh God. Woo, I caught myself. We would have been sued and come
breaking news.
We would have been sued because this is the truth.
It's the truth.
It's the truth.
So I'm like, so-and-so, we did not have to come here. I asked you if I could cook for us at home. You know what I'm saying? I got the 2 for $20. I text you at the table and asked you if it's okay if I get a drink. You know what I'm saying?
Look, I asked you, could I get sour cream with my potato? I told you I wanted to
know. Let's back up. I told y'all we had shots. That couple bought a round of shots. He bought a round of shots. I'm like, yo, we need to go ahead and let them know. They're like, hey. He's like, nah, man, nah. He's like, come on, baby. People walking up, they all lovey-dovey. And I'm standing outside this fool.
Bro.
Like, this is valid. This was so embarrassing, y'all. I'm like, oh my God. So I gave him a $50 bill.
What?
Outside. I gave him a $50 bill outside.
I would have left.
Why is the producer / my husband laughing?
I would have left.
I would have left because part of that bill is mine. I ate that food so I'm not gonna have nobody coming after me. I'm banned from Applebee's, but I would have went. Let me get the check. Let me get the check. I got it.
To be honest, I was a fool. I was in love. I was in my early 20s, and I was not gonna be embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? So I gave him the money. So we go back inside. But what was even more embarrassing, we go back inside, and he is straight. He pulled out my $50 bill that I gave him, plus whatever he had, and he paying like he balling. Like, listen, y'all, he dapped the other guy up that was paying for his woman. I started looking at him like, this is
this is dumb.
Why y'all dapping? Like, I seriously wanted to call him out. You know what I'm saying?
And I would have.
No, yeah. Keisha, maybe, I don't know. This, like I said, I was in my early 20s. But I was sitting there like, I cannot, this is Valentine's. You know what I'm saying?
I would have been embarrassed. I would have been embarrassed because of the secret. But when I let it out, I would have been embarrassed. That would have all been on him.
Right.
That would have been on him. I would have been embarrassed.
I don't know.
I would have been embarrassed for me.
Let me tell you something. All I know is this, okay? We left out there. I was looking at the other couple. I was wondering if she was going through the same thing, just maybe didn't know. Like, I didn't know. I was hoping that she had did, we sitting there and it was like, yo, this was so sickening. We got to do this again.
No,
next time. Listen, y'all. He was like, next time, it's all on me. I was looking at her like, you couldn't even afford. Y'all, we got in that car. He put on some R. Kelly. He talking about how he gonna rock my world. We got home. I was like, But this is the most embarrassing part. Y'all know us. We transparent. We keep it real. I done gave that man $50 to pay for this food.
And your mom boss.
And I still went home.
Yeah, I knew it.
Listen, by the time I got home, I had forgot all about that.
You is not cooking hard as a daughter. You is not.
Listen, I got home thanking that man for such a beautiful night that I had paid the $50. Listen, Tisha already know because we went to college together. We have been some fools, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna tell y'all this before I wrap it up. By the morning,
man, she's gonna do some. This is the best Valentine's I ever had.
life.
Listen, I was like, I never had nobody treat me so good.
Girl. Tisha, I'm embarrassed. We don't have the same parents. This ain't my mama or my daddy, because neither one of them would have went for that.
Listen, to all my ladies, don't be ashamed of your past.
Don't.
But listen, do this stuff in your early 20s. Don't be stupid in your 30s and 40s. You know what I'm saying? Get it out early, because all of us have played the fool. But I will tell you this. By the morning, she dropped off, but she come back. By the morning, I have remembered again about that embarrassing date. You know what I'm saying? And I never forget, I had rolled over, he was smiling like everything was all right. And I have remembered that embarrassing date. And I will tell you this, I did stand
in a relationship. He was asleep, so you should have slapped him.
I should have slapped the stew out of him.
You should have. And act like you was asleep. He'd woke up like, babe, what happened? What happened?
Oh my goodness. I will tell you, it's crazy because when we thought about the topic, we came together as a team, like this is the topic we're going to do. I really thought my story, because I've been on a lot of dates, that it didn't make it to boyfriend, girlfriend. So I just knew. But then I started thinking, no, worst date. So when it's just funny because I forgot all about the story. So to realize that was a relationship, the point of this is this. Get out.
Right.
Don't allow yourself. I should have broke up with him that night. I should have got in my car and left him there and broke up with that man that night. You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh, that is so funny.
And the good thing of it all too is that was you,
right, in
your 20s. You think about your girls in their 20s, been totally different. They would him. They'd be like, bro, he ain't got no money. That they would.
And it's crazy because that is one of the things that, you know, like both of our girls, they don't have the same experience of all this dating and stuff.
Right.
But I tell them to be thankful because they haven't had to go through all these horrible experiences.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I got so many other stories as well, you know what I mean? But so I tell them, be happy because it could be a whole lot worse than what that, you know what I'm saying? And it would have been totally different because our girls, they definitely us. They would have shut that down, period.
All the way.
And this day and time, you got Uber, you got, you know. Welcome back. So, look, teacher, Keisha and I was talking about how just so thankful that it's like back then and not, you know what I'm saying? We talking about our girls.
Right.
A whole nother story. Okay?
Right.
A whole nother story. They would have got chewed out right there at that table, okay?
Right.
Yes. They'd have been called.
Each story.
Hey, you come pick us up.
Uber,
they would have stayed.
MJ, come get me, whatever. Like your daughter, your oldest, Keisha wouldn't have got that car. She would look at that window. Pew. Okay.
Keishana would have been like, excuse me, can you divide this up? Because I had so and so and so.
Yeah, Keishana's a different breed.
And he gonna have to pay for his. He don't have no money.
Yeah,
Keishana wouldn't pay for it.
Right.
Straight on the
spot. China probably wouldn't either though. The Dominique and Ariel might be like, I cannot believe. They still probably would have said something there.
Right.
But yeah, it still wouldn't have been a happy ending to that date.
China, hey, shout out to my oldest. I think China would put hands on that man. That's right.
Yeah. Not domestic violence.
Out there in that parking lot.
Keishana would have been like, Ma, I blacked out. That's her story. Ma, I blacked out.
Like her mama.
Seriously. I am so thankful that it was my 20s. Because some of you all that are watching, we're not judgmental, but you going through this in your 30s and 40s.
Right.
Leave it alone. But listen, this part of the show was so fun. We want you all, producer, can you put our email up? Like, we want to hear some of y'all worst dates ever.
Right.
Shout out to Tisha because she has been coming up with our topics and they have been so like, we've been like, Lord, what are we? You know what I mean?
Because she want to let her secrets out.
Look, I want to share. I want to share what I've been through. So you don't have to go through it.
Yeah, so you don't have to go through what we've been through.
She's trying to save the world.
I'm trying to say,
write a blog.
Right.
I'm gonna put my business out there.
I'm gonna put your
It's
business.
so funny because I think last week Keisha was going through the whole like what am I gonna say? And then this week I was like, I do not want to say this story, but I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm gonna keep it all the way funky and gangsta, you know what I mean?
We appreciate.
Yes. So listen, you all, we hope that you all have enjoyed tonight. This is just our second episode of the Chat and Chew. We got so much more planned. 2 weeks from now, we're gonna be dropping the episode of all three of us going on cruises. Keisha and I went out on a cruise with our family. Tisha went on a cruise with her family. So within 2 weeks, we're gonna drop that episode of our experiences on our cruise. Okay. So we drop episodes on Mondays. You have to be in the Facebook group to find out all the information. We appreciate you all. We look forward to more episodes and to more. In the group, we're going to also drop a poll of some suggestions. We want to hear from you all of where you want us to go within the 757 and the 804, but we won't stop there. We are willing to travel because the whole purpose of this is so we can share our experiences and save y'all some money and time and prepare you all for when you go out to these different restaurants and, journeys, experiences, venues, entertainment. But again, we appreciate you all. We're going to drop those flyers in the group because Thanksgiving is coming up. If you know someone, even if it's yourself, do not be ashamed. They are there. These different giveaways are there for a reason. Please, we're going to drop the flyers in the group. Again, this has been your Chat and Chew with your girl, Miss Ebony.
Your girl, Tisha.
And your girl, Special K.
Good night, you all.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.